artists! I'm back. I'm Mrs. Small. How are you today? We are ready to create some sweet treats. Here's what you're gonna need. Your canvas panel, your black Sharpie marker, your paintbrushes, your paper towel, your bowl of clean water, your paint pots. Good job. Get your area all set up, ready to create. Something I like to do when using paint pots is I will cut them so I have individual pots instead of them being on this long pod train. So cut them up, ask a grown-up to help you, and you may need help opening up the tops of the pods. I put my paint, I scoop a little bit out, and I put mine on top of a paper plate that I'm using as my palette today. You can also use something for a palette. Use a paper plate, you could use a piece of cardboard, you could use a piece of wax paper from the kitchen, a piece of tin foil, the inside of an empty cereal box. Whatever you want to use for a palette is great with me. And if you want to just stay with your pods, that's fine too. I choose the palette because I like to mix a lot of color. All right, are you ready? Give yourself a little move. Maybe you're just starting your day. Maybe you're halfway through your day and you've already gone to camp. You've had a popsicle, you went swimming. Maybe it's the end of the day and your family is cooking dinner and you're so hungry and you need to distract yourself because dinner's not ready yet. So you're gonna paint with me. Or maybe it's right before bedtime. Oh, that's like my favorite time to create, is at the very end of the day. Doesn't matter what time it is, we're here together and we're ready to rock and roll. So go ahead and grab that Sharpie marker and take the top off and stick it right on the bottom. Grab your canvas. I'm gonna have my canvas going horizontal, not vertical, horizontal, side to side. We are creating sweet treat ice creams today. My ideas are going to be my ideas. You are welcome to be inspired by what I'm drawing, but you are the artist today. So if you want to do something different, let's go for it. The goal is that we're creating together, okay? All right, starting with really simple shapes today, you guys. I'm starting with a triangle, and this triangle is going to become my ice cream cone. I'm going to create 3 triangles that are going to go right across my canvas. I want you to watch and listen. Slow down. You're not racing. You're not rushing. When we're racing and when we're rushing, that's when a mistake will happen. If a mistake happens, we'll try to fix it. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Okay. Simple start. I'm actually going to start with a line, not even the whole triangle. I'm going to come to the edge of my canvas and I'm going to create a line and I'm going to use my finger to measure. That's about as long as my finger. See? Perfect. I'm going to go next to my little line and I'm going to measure with my finger again. I'm going to leave a little space and I'm going to create another line. I'm gonna give it a little measure. Yep, it's about the same size as my finger. 2 lines. One more, because we're gonna build 3 ice cream cones. There's my 3rd line. Yeah, it's about the same size as my finger. Good job. Now I'm gonna create the lines that go down to make the triangle, okay? So I'm gonna go all the way down. Good work. Your turn. Nice job. Let's go to the second one. Oh, they look like little pizza slices, don't they? Now to my 3rd one. 2, 3. Almost look like carrots too. They're not gonna be pizza and they're not gonna be carrots. Let's turn them into ice cream cones. So inside these triangles, I'm going to create some lines. My lines are gonna be diagonal, so they're not straight. 1. Nice work. 2. 3. Good job. I'm going back to the first ice cream cone. Going the other direction. 1, 2, 3. Next one. 1, 2, 3. Good job. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Good job. Okay, wiggle that out. Give your hand a little shake. Time to build the ice cream. We've been working in 3s, so I'm going to focus on 3 scoops of ice cream. Maybe you want 1 scoop. Maybe you want 2. Maybe you want 6 scoops. You get to decide. You're the artist. Mrs. Small's gonna do 3. You pick what you want. 1. 2. 3. See how my sizes got smaller as I went up? Large, medium, small. Make my way around. 1, 2, 3. Nice job. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. Maybe you have a different idea on how you want your scoops of ice cream to look. Maybe there's an extra detail. Maybe you have a specific way of drawing an ice cream. It's cool with me. Nice job. Okay, I want to top mine with a cherry. So I'm going to create a little cherry and a little stem. A little cherry and a little stem. A little cherry and a little stem. I'm going to use a wavy line to create some drippy, gooey, sweet, chocolatey fudge. Almost like dripping paint. Nice job. Drippy, drippy, drippy. Simple, simple and sweet. Okay, I'm gonna use that black Sharpie marker again and I'm gonna do some sprinkles. Tap, 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 tap. Whoa, can you hear the honking outside? It's busy at the studio right now. Miss Emily is here, she's working in the office. Miss Kelsey is here. Miss Sophia is here. It's a rainy day today. What is the weather for you today? I hope it's sunny. I prefer sun in the summer, don't you? Okay. All right. Simple. 3 ice cream cones, 3 triangles, 3 arches with a cherry on top. Like I said, if you have other ideas and other details you want to add, go for it. All right, I'm gonna cap my marker. Save my marker for later, put that away. Give myself a little stretch. Good job. All right, it's good to take breaks when we're doing our artwork. This is also a good time if you need to pause. Maybe you need a snack. Maybe you need to go outside and play for a minute. Maybe it's time to end the day. And maybe this is all you're going to do right now because it's time to go to bed. It's okay, just hit pause. I'll see you again. I'm back here whenever you're ready to draw again and paint. All right, so let's talk about painting. You got your paint pots. Did you decide how you're using your paint pots? Do you need a paper plate, something to mix on? Do you have a grown-up to help you open these? Are you going to have a grown-up help you cut them so they're individual? Okay, all things you have to think about. I've got my paint on my plate ready to go. I've got my paper towels. I've got my brush and my clean water. I'm gonna actually start with my water for this one. And we're gonna start by painting our background behind our ice cream cones. And we're gonna make a light, summery, sugary colored wash behind our cones. So the paint is not going to go on thick. It's gonna go on as a nice wash. So I'm gonna pick up my water bowl and I'm gonna start by dipping my paintbrush into the water, give it a nice jump in the pool. Give it a little tap. And I'm gonna start with a purple or lavender. Now my purple looks a little darker on the camera than maybe yours at home. I'm gonna use my paintbrush and I'm gonna put purple on both sides. It's a little bit drippy, but I want you to notice how I'm resting it in the paint and then I flip it over and I do the other side. Okay? All right, we're gonna do this watery wash in our background. So I'm gonna take my lavender paint and I'm gonna come to the tippity top of my canvas and I'm gonna do one line that goes all the way across. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. I'm gonna go across again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Stay with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great job. I got a little drip there, but that's okay. We're not even gonna see that drippy line later. All right, I'm gonna put my purple paintbrush down and I'm gonna take a little piece of paper towel. I'm going to rip a little square or a little rectangle off and I'm gonna kind of put it around my finger like this. So here's my finger. There's the paper towel. And I'm gonna make like a circular movement with my paper towel on top of this wet paint, like this. All the way across. And it's okay if my purple touches the ice cream. That's okay. You see how it went on top of that? That's okay. That's not a problem at all. I'm doing a wash of color in the background. All right, I'm starting to run out of paint, guys. Whoa. Another thing that works well are maybe cotton balls or a sponge or a little piece of actual cloth towel to get this effect. Making it really dry, really light in color. Almost like it's watercolor. Okay, I'm gonna put this down for a minute and I'm gonna put this down and I'm gonna go back to my cup of water and my brush. I'm gonna give this a wash because I don't want any purple in my brush anymore. So a little bath for my paintbrush. Tap, tap, tap. Find that paper towel. Dry it off. All right, I gotta dump it though back in the water. I want some extra water in that brush. Tap, tap, tap. And my loves, I'm going to go to my red paint. One side tap, two side tap, one side tap, two side taps. Remember, it's wet and drippy, okay? I'm gonna go ahead. This one is gonna be a little harder because I gotta go through, like behind my ice cream cone. I almost said through the ice cream cone. No, I'm gonna go behind it. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. I'm gonna put my brush down. Guess what? I'm going back to that little towel that I had. There it is with the purple. I'm gonna put that around my finger again. I'm gonna get those muscles out. And I'm gonna start to smooth out that red paint so it's not in a line. I want it kind of blended in with the lavender. There we go. Ooh, it's getting softer. Now remember, if it touches your ice cream cone or goes in the cone, don't get nervous. That's okay. We will go back to that soon. Good job. Push and pull that paint, creating some texture. Oh, it's making like a cotton candy color. I'm gonna put this down on the table. I need a little bit of strength of the table. Now, some of you guys know when I work, I have a tendency to stand up. It's how I work best. So if you are working at home right now at your table and you need to stand up, let's stand up. You don't need to be sitting. If it feels better to stand, stand. Okay? All right, and I'm gonna push and pull this pinky and purpley together all the way around, creating this wash behind my ice cream and my cone. Ooh. Good job. So it's looking like this. Okay, nice work. All right, now I'm done with this. Toss it. Can't use this anymore. Blech. I should have said this in the beginning and I forgot to. If you don't want to do purple and red, you could do blue and orange. You could do yellow and blue. You could do green and pink. Whatever you want your background to be. You just want to make sure that you're pressing in that water and you're using that paper towel to kind of blend it all together. Deal? So you get to make the color you want. All right. I'm ready to start my ice creams, and I'm actually starting with my cherries first. And I'm going to make my cherries red. I'm going to use my tiny paintbrush. I'm not going to put any water on this paintbrush. So I'm going to scoop up a little bit of red right there on the tip of my brush. I'm going to hold my picture upside down for a second. And I'm going to go find that little cherry, and I'm going to tap in some red. I'm not even using a brush stroke right now, you guys. I'm literally just tapping it in. Doop, doop, doop. 1. Doop, 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 doop. Here we go. Tapping that red in. 2. And 3. I love cherries. Does anybody else like cherries? Delicious. I'm the only person in my house that likes cherries though. And sometimes I can't eat them fast enough and then I get frustrated because then I have old rotten cherries. Man. What's your favorite fruit? Anybody go strawberry picking or maybe blueberry picking? Speaking of blue, I think my first color I'm going to use is going to be blue. Now, I'm going to be inspired by the artist Andy Warhol. Andy Warhol was an American pop artist. So Andy took things that were popular, like an ice cream cone, and he drew it with black ink. And then he repeated the design over and over again, using similar colors. Sometimes they matched, sometimes they didn't. I think I'm gonna repeat my design all the way across so each ice cream looks very similar to the one next to it. You get to pick how you want it to look though. Maybe you want each ice cream to be a totally different color, a rainbow of colors, and that is great. All right, I'm gonna use my blue. I'm gonna flip my canvas upside down again. Is it funny that I'm working upside down? You should try it too. Once you've done your drawing, why not? Let's work upside down. So same thing, this is tiny little ice cream scoop and a tiny brush that I'm using. I'm using the littlest brush strokes. And I'm going through with this very deep blue that I have on my palette. Looks like a blueberry. Right across. Now, artists, the great thing about doing art together this summer and having this video is that you could watch this video 100 times and you could do this project 100 times. I promise you, it will never be the same. You can always do something different. As long as you have the supplies to create, you can do this project. Here's my blue. All right, I'm making my way. I told you I'm gonna do a lot of solid colors, but if you'd like to use your white and do a little mixing, you can. Wash my paintbrush off, dry it off, and actually, let's do a little mixing. I'm gonna make a little mint chocolate chip. I'm gonna scoop up a little bit of green, put that right there. I'm gonna scoop up a little bit of white, mix that right in until it gets to the minty green shade that I like. I feel like I want a little bit more white in there. But yeah, that's a great shade. Beautiful. What shade are you gonna create? Maybe you want pink. Maybe you want yellow. Don't feel like you have to copy mine. You be your own artist. All right, here we go. Here comes my minty chocolate chip green. Carefully going over my arch. Don't hold your breath. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good work. Push and pull. Push and pull. All the way around your little ice cream arch. A minty green. Artists, please notice I'm not globbing on the paint. I can always go back to my paper plate, my palette, and get more paint. But I'm working slowly. I'm not in a rush. I don't have anywhere else to go but right here with you. If it's time for a break, pause that video. Good job. You know what's funny? It's like behind the scenes. Miss Kelsey and Miss Sophia, they're in here too. They're trying to be so quiet. They're setting up for babies right now. They're setting up high chairs and little aprons. Are you a baby? Or are you a big kid? Or are you like a super big kid? Like a middle school big kid? Isn't it great that we can create the same type of project? And it doesn't matter how old you are. You could be 100 years old. Okay, wash that off. I'm feeling some orange for my drips, my drippy frosting. Here I go. This one's a little bit harder, you guys, because I got to go around all these curved lines. Slow and steady. Tiniest brush strokes. Don't hold that breath. Oh, when we concentrate, we hold our breath sometimes. Breathe. Do you stick your tongue out while you're painting? Some people do that. It helps them focus. I told you what helps me focus is standing up. I can feel my feet right now in my shoes planted on the ground. Makes me feel strong. It helps me to stay focused. Okay, I'm gonna dip some more orange. Slowly tapping my color along. So what I would encourage you guys to do as well, the only like a bummer about this is I can't actually see what you're making right now. But if your grown-up will take a picture of your art and share it with us, they can send it in an email, they can text it, they can put it on Instagram or Facebook and give us a little shout out and a little tag. I'll get to see your work. Maybe what we'll do is maybe we'll try to do like a little virtual art show. If you guys share your art with me on Instagram, I'll repost it and I'll give you a shout out back. Because that's the best part, is getting to show off our artwork. Artwork tells a story. It's how we communicate to the world without using words. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Nice work. Okay, we are making our way with this painting. So let's just rock it right now. I think everybody's in a good place, slow and steady. Maybe you're a really fast painter and you feel like, you know what, I'm done. That's fine. Maybe you need more time and you're more detailed. That's okay too. That is the magic of getting to do this right here on your tablet or your computer. Oh, it's gonna get busy in here. The babies are coming in. All right, I'm adding some yellow to my ice cream. Push and pull that color. It's starting to really pop. If you have some supplies left over in your Campcasso Art Box, things from your sculpture, maybe you have some extra sparkles or sequins, maybe some extra gems, you can also add those to this canvas when it's all dry. Maybe you have some glitter glue left over, any detail you want to add in. Okay, good job. Going through with my yellow. Good work, you guys. Goes my yellow. Nice job. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of mixing for this last. I wanna do my cone. You know what, I haven't done purple other than my background. So I'm gonna wash my paintbrush out. I'm gonna move to my bigger paintbrush because my cone is a bigger shape. I'm gonna scoop up some of that purple and some of my white because I'm gonna make a nice lavender. All right. And I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back to my little brush. Miss Kelsey, give a wave.
Hello.
Ah, there's Miss Kelsey. I'm gonna scoop up a little bit of that lavender that I made, and I'm gonna sprinkle in some lavender throughout all of my shapes. So I'm gonna make my cones like a rainbow cone. There's some lavender, one. I'm gonna make each little shape a different color. I'm doing all the lavender ones first. Good job, keep it going. Keep it going, lavender all the way around. Good work, good job. All the way. Tapping it along. I'm gonna go back to my red paint and add some red to my cone. So I have a whole rainbow pattern happening inside the cones, which is fun. All right, push and pull that color. Slow and steady, nice work. Keep it going. I'm gonna go to some orange. You wanna hear a funny story about me as a little kid? Was when I was little, like kindergarten little, and we would be coloring in school or doing like a worksheet where you would color something in. I used to color it in all rainbow. I would do red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Everything was rainbow. It's very telling of how I grew up, huh? I guess so. All right, I'm going to yellow. My ice cream cones are really coming alive now with all these different shades. A little bit of every color sprinkled in. Good job. Slow and steady. If you find that your paint is getting stuck on your black Sharpie lines, don't worry. When your painting is dry, you can go back, like 24 hours dry. Go back to your painting the next day and take that black Sharpie marker and you can go over those lines. Okay? All right, a little bit of blue. Keep on going. You're doing great. Don't forget to take a deep breath. Please do not hold your breath while you're painting. That would be silly. All right. Keep on going. Push and pull, push and pull. Nice work. I think I'm gonna mix up some pink. Gotta keep washing that brush. Wash, wash, wash. Dry, dry, dry. Make a little bit of pink color for my ice cream cone. Oh, it's like a kind of a magenta pink is what I made. How is your color mixing going at home? What color did you make? Keep it going. Ooh, I think I'm liking some of this white space. So I think I'm gonna scoop up some white on my paintbrush and mix up a really soft pink. Oh yeah, pastel. Mix that in a little bit. Ooh, a little bit of blue touched in it. Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. It's making kind of an indigo color. That's the great thing about being an artist too, is you get to kind of design your own colors, invent your own colors. What would you call a color that you made up? All right, there are my ice cream cones. Good job, everyone. You are looking fantastic. I'm proud of you. Nice job. Remember, take a nice deep breath in, a nice deep breath out. Good work. If you are still painting, keep on painting and creating. If you feel all done, you can start to clean up your supplies. Remember, it's not your mom and dad's responsibility to clean up your art stuff. It's your responsibility. If you need help, you ask for help. Wash out that paintbrush. Wash, wash, wash. Dry it off. Good job. All of your garbage goes right into the trash. Nice job, guys. All right, my loves, thank you for creating your ice cream cones with me today. I hope you create a great rest of your summer day.